Guys, I just spilled my coffee a little. This is annoying. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Brian. I am your host for Be Real Del Real. How are you guys doing today? Let me tell you how I'm doing for a little bit before I get into today's podcast episode. So, one, please excuse my voice. I'm either coming down with something or my allergies are just acting up really bad. Number two, I'm in my living room. First time you guys are being able to see this, so this is pretty cool. I hope it looks comfy cozy because my house feels comfy cozy. You know what I mean? Number three, so I just got done working. I worked 5 10s. And so yesterday when I came home, today and tomorrow are my day off. So Wednesday and Thursday are my day off for this week. I'm so excited because I'm tired. I am tired. You know what I mean? And so yesterday when I was going to bed, typically I'll go to bed around like 10:30, anywhere from 10:30 to 11:30 is when I want to be in bed and like sleeping. Last night I had went to my friends, got some things, dropped off, came home, was supposed to do stuff, but literally laid in bed. It was probably like 9:45, passed out. Bro, when I tell you I passed out, oh, I was out. So then me thinking, if I go to bed now, maybe I can sleep in a little longer. You know what I mean? Sleeping in to me is anywhere from 9 to 11. Any time in that date range. Oh, a special guest. You're going to come say hi? Oh, they can see you. Oh, he really just wants to go on the windowsill. When I have the window open, that's where he likes to sit and sit out of. Do you want to say hello? You're just going to sit there? That's okay. What? Do you have something to say? He doesn't have anything to say. Anyways, so me thinking, if I went to bed around like 9:45, what time would you expect someone to wake up? I don't know. Me personally, I would say around the same time they went to bed. I was hoping to wake up around like 9:45, 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? Get a long amount of sleep. No. I woke up at 6 a.m. I was pissed. Oh, I
Oh
was
my
so
God!
pissed when I woke up this morning at 6. So then me, fun fact about me, I have stomach problems. Yes. So I always be taking morning shits. Morning shits in the morning. Oh my God, of course. So I get up, go to the bathroom, and like when you're sleeping and you're like using the restroom and you like save your sleep that you're using so that you can hopefully go back into bed. Well, I was trying all my energy to like fucking save my sleep and it did not work. It did not work one bit. Aslan was up my ass the whole time. I was literally using the bathroom. So I'm sitting here holding him as I'm taking a shit, and it's just very annoying, but very cute at the same time. So then I finish or whatever, and I'm like, okay, can I go to bed? Can I fall back asleep? Because it's really hard for me to fall back asleep once I'm up. Because once I'm up, I'm pretty much just up. Luckily, me and Aslan fall asleep for probably like another hour and a half. But within that time, don't you worry. My cat made sure that I knew he was there with the zoomies. And, excuse me, sir. Don't be rude. Why is he staring at the wall? Are you okay? Is he gonna try and climb my wall? Aslan, what are you doing? You're so goofy. So, anyways, today's episode is really going to be all about moving, what you need to know, questions you should ask, all sorts of things in that room. So, let's get into it. Y'all are seeing me in my most vulnerable state right now. And do I care? Absolutely not. Anyways, so let's get into some things that you should be questioning. You should be asking someone if you're going to visit a property, things that you're going to have to do once you get the property, and so forth. So, the first thing that you're going to do is obviously research and look all over. I used Zillow to find my lovely apartment. So, Zillow, you can use Renter, I think it's renters.com. You can use apartments.com. You can use Facebook Marketplace, word of mouth, anywhere you can find apartments is just what you need to look on, right? So, then you need to start seeing what's in your price range. So, a lot of people don't take into account like an X amount is for rent. So let's just say my rent is $500 a month. So you're obviously going to need more than just the $500 a month. So you need to read the description, see if the landlord is paying for all the utilities for some of them, see if they have what kind of utilities they're paying for in there. You really just need to have a good idea, a little bit about the property before you actually come and see it. So then, once you have confirmed that you like the property, made a schedule, or made a showing to come and see the place. Now you're here. Now you're physically in the apartment. And let me just kind of tell you the questions that I had. Questions and things that I had and did. So, first thing first is look at all your outlets. I regret not looking at all of mine before I moved in because some of them like are low and some of them I feel like don't work. I feel like there's one that doesn't work, maybe two. I think it's I don't know. Anyways, make sure you check your outlets. It sounds so stupid, and I don't really know how to like maybe bring a charger in with you. That sounds so stupid, just going in and putting a charger in each outlet. No, don't do that. They'll think you're fucking stupid. But look at the outlets, just see if they look old or if they're like moving a lot. That's like not a good sign. You definitely should have them replace that before you move in because outlets are very important and you need a good outlet. Otherwise, you could have a fire, and fires are no good. Fires deal also with renter's insurance, but we will get into renter's insurance a little later because that's not on my list. Okay. Check check for mold. Look up in the shower, especially in the shower in the bathroom. Typically, like where your oven is, the hood range thing. I don't have a vent thing above my stove. So I definitely made sure to look above there because I didn't want anything to like pop out and you know what I mean? Under your sinks would be a good spot too. Um I don't know, just anywhere. Check for mold. Mold is not good and mold is expensive to get removed. What are the approval requirements? Some landlords say that you have to make 2 to 3 times the rent. You have to have a minimum credit score. You can't have any evictions, nothing like that. So learn about what that is because, I mean, they are strict about it. I mean, they just don't want anyone living in their property because you also have to realize that while, yes, you're looking for a place to live, this is also their company and how they're making money. You know what I mean? So it is respectful to like see what they have to have as the minimum to be able to move in. And I think it's respectful to like appreciate that and also kind of like what is that word? I don't know, like respect the property. Don't be rude. Unless your landlord's rude, then match the energy back. But if your landlord's not rude, don't be rude. My landlord's not rude. My landlord's pretty cool. What's up, landlord? I'm just kidding. Okay. So approval requirements. So after that, what's due upon move in? So when I moved in a couple days earlier than what my lease was. So when I moved in, I had to pay a little bit extra. I think I had to pay, it was probably like $80 because I moved in 2 days before I was originally supposed to. So I had to pay a little extra just because I wanted to move in early because I'm stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn. I definitely wanted to move in early. But sometimes, they have you pay first month's rent, a security deposit. They'll make you put your utilities on before you move in. Sometimes, I don't know, you really just got to see what's due upon move in. And you need to confirm that, or have that in writing, have it in a text message, something so that way you know. And that's something that you can use to go back on. Another thing that they're going to ask is the security deposit when you move in. So, a security deposit is just ensuring that when you move out, there's any like damages or something that's in the apartment that they see when they come and walk through after you've moved everything out, they're gonna use that money to fix anything and then you get the rest of it back. But if you're like me and you're a good tenant and you don't really make big messes and you keep your house clean, that security deposit's going to come right back to you. And when you get your security deposit back, that's a pretty good thing because like majority of the time it's like first month's rent. So it's a pretty good portion that you're going to get back if you keep the property nice. You know what I mean? So don't be stingy with it, but also don't overpay it too much. Like sure you're asking like what it is and know what is in that price before you give it out. You know what I mean? Another question is what is the internet provider that you have to use in the house? So obviously each place has different requirements and different locations. I don't know. Where I'm at, there's two different internet companies that I can use, but or that are near me, but within my house, I can only use one internet company. And so with me, that's a utility that I have to pay. So I have to pay my internet. And so I made sure to ask what internet provider could be in the house. And so we went from there. And typically they tell you right away. And sometimes you can get a discount depending on like situations, but make sure to ask what internet provider uses in the house. What are your monthly fees? Obviously, besides rent, if you have pets, do you have to pay pet rent, which low-key is crazy. I hope it's not an outrageous amount. I don't know. How much if you guys own an apartment and you pay rent and you have cats, how much is your pet rent? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Okay. Don't be fake. Let me know in the comments below if you have your own place. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so monthly fees. I don't really know what else could be included in monthly fees. It's just something that I had to ask because I didn't know what was in my rent. Oh, that's another question you can ask. You can ask, what is my rent paying for? Unfortunately, that's not a question that I asked because I wasn't worried about it. You're just telling me the amount to pay and I'll pay it. You know what I mean? Is there maintenance nearby? So some properties can be owned by or not a maintenance company, a property management company, or some are just owned directly through the landlord. For me specifically, my place is owned by my landlord. So if anything is wrong, I just have to text him, and he's super quick about like getting people here to fix it or like making asking questions to see if he can try and help me over the phone. So just make sure you see like maintenance stuff around because I mean you could have anything that's wrong. The first thing that had happened to me was like my sink was clogging, like or it was dripping, right? It was dripping underneath the sink because I have like wood underneath my sink, so it was getting water stains on it, and I didn't want the wood to like cave in and fall or whatever. So I texted him and I told him I was like, my Siri keeps going off on my watch, and like simply. So one thing about me is I'll send like what I want to talk about in my podcast to my watch so that I can look at it on my messages because I text myself, and Siri keeps disrespectfully popping up. So if you see me looking at my watch and like tapping the button, just that's why. Okay, mind your business. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maintenance nearby. Anyways, back to what I was saying. My landlord's very nice about fixing things. If I just shoot him a text, he typically responds within a couple of days. Shit, he'll respond within the same day, really, sometimes. I think there was one day I waited a day or two or whatever, but it was nothing to be like, you know what I mean? Anyways, what is your lease term? So make sure that that is a question that you're asking because sometimes you could be signing a 6-month lease, a 12-month lease, an 18-month lease, or a 24-month lease. So just make sure that you know that because once you sign it, it's very hard to get out of a lease, and only because you have to pay like money sometimes. You have to pay like half the amount of like the rent, and that could be like a couple thousand. So just make sure you know how long the lease is so that way you can plan it out. Me personally, my lease is a year long. Yep, 1 year, 365 days, and 52 weeks. 1 year. Another thing that you need to ask is renter's insurance required? The answer is going to be 99.99% yes. You need to have renter's insurance. So whether your landlord pays for that, that's in part of your rent, or you have to find your policy. Now let me tell you, I didn't really know about renter's insurance, if I'm being 100% honest. I was kind of nervous. Me personally, I have a high car insurance, so I was just thinking, oh God, insurance. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty expensive, huh? No, it was not. Don't let that fool you. Don't let it scare you. It's not like my renter's insurance. How much is it? I don't know. I just paid mine off because I think mine a month was like $15 a month, or you can just pay it a lump sum. I think mine altogether, I don't know. I think I paid it for like 5 months, and then I just paid it off this month. I just finished paying like the whole policy off, like so that way I don't have to worry about it. All I had left on there was like I don't know, $120, so I just paid the 120, and now I don't have to worry about it. But renter's insurance is very nice. I didn't really know too much about it. I'm not going to say like I know too much about it, other than the fact that you have a fire, tornado, flooding. They help pay for costs to get things repaired. Um, being 100% honest, I don't really know what's all in my policy. It's probably really bad, but luckily I have it on my phone. So if I really needed to know, I could look it up there. You know what I mean? No one's going to know what's in their insurance policy right away. And if you do, well, you're crazy. Was scrumptious. That was a really good sip. Really good sip. No, I'm just kidding. So, next, is there any pest problems? Now you're thinking, Brian, are you seriously about to come in here and ask somebody if they have a pest problem? That seems rude. Okay, Ann, I'm paying. The fuck? I need to know if there's bugs. They got bugs? Because I'm not trying to pay here a month in. I have a roach problem, an ant problem, a spider problem. No, let me know, because if so, I ain't doing it. Not gonna happen today. So yes, ask, do you have any pest problems? And they should be upfront with you. And if not, well, that's something you can sue them for later. After you ask any pest problems, the utilities that I have to pay for. So included in your rent, obviously, will be some utilities. So for me specifically, I only have to pay my internet and I almost said my internet and my Wi-Fi. I'm so silly. I have to pay my internet and my electric. Everything else is covered in my rent. So, um, typically, like internet companies have deals going on all of the time. Luckily, I don't really have to pay a lot of or a lot of money for my internet. And my electric is really not that bad for just one person. So let me kind of get into a little bit about Wi-Fi. So, dependent on where you live, there is programs that the public brings out specifically for people to use. So, like right now, my neighbor told me about a program that I could use to have the city pay for my Wi-Fi or give me a stipend for a certain amount to pay for my Wi-Fi. And so I applied for it and you get approved and it's really cool. Or if you have like, I don't know, just look it up, look up different ways that your county can pay for your Wi-Fi. And if you meet any qualifications, then do it. I mean, it's not hurting you. It's, there to help you. So I have the county paying for part of my Wi-Fi, and I only pay super cheap for my Wi-Fi, so that's pretty nice because it brings my bill amount down. Right now, Aslan is in the basket trying to get the ball that is outside of the basket, and he's putting his paws through the holes in the basket. Oh, he's so stupid. Anyways, so there's programs that can help pay if you want to. I just think it's nice. Some people think it's like, oh my god, he's using like a program to help pay for his Wi-Fi. And what's what's the problem? Don't look down on me like that. Shoot, if it's there, I'm gonna use it. If it's gonna make me pay less on my Wi-Fi, sure. Let me sign up. You know what I mean? Also goes, well, for me, also goes for my electric. I have something that helps me able to lower my electric bill. So originally my electric bill would be like $70, but now I only pay like super cheap. So it's pretty nice. So if you're moving and you know where you're moving is like if I knew I was moving here right away, then I would have looked up like what I could use. Well, I would have found the two, and I did. But see what you can use to see if like they can help pay for that. You know what I mean? Oh my god, laundry. Sometimes it'll say it in like the ad that you'll see, and sometimes it won't. Get a washer and dryer. Make sure that there's a washer and dryer in the apartment or that there's a washer and dryer hookup. Unfortunately, I do not have a washer and dryer, and while I am very, 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 very blessed for my family and that they let me use their washer and dryers, I fucking hate not having a washer and dryer because simply I like to do my laundry on Sundays or do laundry on one specific day, and I like to do my laundry, clean it, cook. Typically, it's on Sundays. Clean, cook, do whatever I need to do, clean up the house, and then you know what I mean. So it's like since I don't have a washer and dryer, I have to plan out 2 to 4 hours to go to someone's house, do my laundry, and sometimes like those days, I'm just trying to chill. I'm not trying to be with anybody. I'm not trying to communicate. So it's like sometimes I have to bring out my social battery, and that's just super low, and sometimes it just gets annoying. And so it sucks. It really does. So if you can get one with a washer and dryer that's in your price range, I would definitely go for it because not having one sucks. So if you have a washer and dryer, if they tell you no, they'll typically tell you the laundromat that's nearby. Luckily, I live downtown, so there's like 15,000 laundromats within a 10-mile radius of my house. There's one that I go to specifically. The owner is super, super nice. And it's only like $8 for me to do, $8 to $10 for me to do my laundry. So it's really not that bad, if I'm completely honest. They offer services too. Like laundromats will offer a drop off service, and I think mine is $1 a load. So I don't know. I might try that. Have you guys ever used a dry cleaner, a laundromat service like that? I have not because I have never been to a laundromat to do laundry before until I moved here. So let me know if you guys have. Okay, so this might seem a little odd, but my apartment is in a house. So it's like a house, not like an apartment complex. So I asked about my neighbors. I was like, "Can you tell me a little bit of info about the neighbors?" And so luckily, I don't know if I should say that because that's kind of privacy, but My neighbors are pretty. Well, y'all know about my upstairs neighbors because the only thing that I get annoyed about is just like the squeaking. And then my front neighbor, he's pretty cool. He's chill. So just ask about your neighbors. Obviously, you can kind of get around from like the location that you're at if you think your neighbors are going to be ghetto or not. So last time my neighbors are not ghetto. Security measures. So is there cameras? Is there windows locks? Is there door locks? Any type of lock that you can think of for a house. Is it in here? Like, I want to know. You want to ask about that just so that you know for precaution. I'm not going to keep going about it because I don't need people knowing about what I got or what I don't got. Okay. Yard work and upkeep. So obviously, well, I don't know. I don't want to say obviously because I don't know if it's all true for some places. Like some places you may pay for rent and you have to do the up work and the yard work. Me personally, I don't have to do that. My landlord and his son, they come and do it. So shout out to my landlord and his son who comes and cut the grass. Yeah, I did. Shout out to my landlord. Next, I would make sure to ask, are you allowed to paint and do any minor like so they'll give you like a spiel when you ask that question or whatever. Luckily, my landlord was pretty chill about it. He said I could paint if I wanted to. It just has to be painted back to the original color before I move out. I am able to drill things and hang things on the wall. They just have to be covered up before I leave. My landlord is super cool. Making this video sounds like my landlord's really cool. He really is. He's friendly. He's not like, "Rah," you know what I mean? Landlords can be. My landlord's pretty cool. So I pretty much have free range to do whatever I want in my apartment reasonably. You know what I mean? So just ask if you can do any of home improvements and things like that. I'm not painting. I hate painting. Painting takes a long time. I will help anybody paint if I absolutely have to, but I will not be painting. And there's no need for me to paint because my house is gray. And gray is fine for me. So thank you. I do hang stuff up. I have hung a couple things up, and I am going to put a TV mount on my wall, so I will be making holes in my walls. Am I allowed to? Yeah, absolutely, I am. If you're not, well, that sucks. And you probably do it anyways, and you probably just cover it up before you leave. And shout out to you people because it works. So, oh, this is a big one. When were the locks last changed? You want to make sure you ask that because you don't want some rando who's lived here before. Hopefully, this has never happened. Oh my god, I hope this has never happened. Where they used to live here privately before, and they have the same key, and they just walk in your house. You know what I mean? Realistically, I hope that that wouldn't happen. But in today's world, you can never fucking know because people are crazy. When was the last time the locks were changed? That's an important question. My landlord told me that the locks were changed before I had moved in, so that was kind of nice. I felt a little better about it. The last smoke detector replacement. So that is a very important question to ask because you want to make sure that your smoke detectors work. Or if you have a carbon monoxide in your apartment, I don't have a carbon monoxide in my apartment. I don't know if I should be concerned that I don't have a carbon monoxide detector in my apartment. For right now, I'm just going to believe that it's okay. I do have a smoke detector, and the day that I came and signed my lease, before I signed, my landlord set it off so that he knew that it worked, to show me that it worked. You know what I mean? Before I sign my lease. Push the buttons, anything. You want to make sure that you're asking everything before you sign your lease. Because once you sign your lease, they got you in. You know what I mean? Ask all of this stuff. It's not rude to ask these questions. Like these are realistic questions that you're able to ask, and you shouldn't have any problem getting an answer out. And if you have to dig for the answer, then that's red flag number one. Keep looking for properties because if your landlord can't even answer truthfully to the questions that you're asking, what else are they going to hide from you while you're in your lease? How are they going to treat you while you're in the apartment? You know what I mean? Keep all of these factors in mind because they will come in need. Next, payment methods for rent. Typically, any landlord will accept a cash, a check, a cashier's check, um, anything else that they accept. I don't know. Luckily for me, I just pay my rent on Venmo. Yep, sure do. Send that bitch every month on the first. Typically, when I wake up, I have an alarm or have a reminder that sets me or that reminds me every morning on the first, and I'll typically send it right then and there. Because one thing about me is I'm scared that if I don't pay my rent, I'm getting kicked out the next day. So I always pay my rent on time. Always pay your rent on time. Yeah. And I did think at first, like, I'm really paying my rent on Venmo. And my sister, when I was telling her about this place, she's like, "You're paying your rent on Venmo?" She was not the happiest about it. My sister was not the happiest that I was paying my rent through Venmo. But like when I was telling her about it, I assured her that like the property is really nice, the landlord's nice. I don't think that he's gonna scam me. And has he scammed me? No. Mm-mm. So, sister, if you're listening to this podcast episode, just know that I've paid 6 months of rent on Venmo, and everything has been fine. Okay. If I can't reach my landlord for an emergency problem, who is my backup contact that I can call? So, this is very important because if you have an emergency in your apartment and you're trying to contact your landlord for whatever the reason might be, who else can you call other than 911 if that's what it has to come to? So make sure to ask this question. If they don't say anybody, just kind of be like, okay, keep it with a grain of salt. Keep that in mind with a grain of salt because typically remember that it's either owned by a property management company or like my landlord I have a backup company, backup contact I can call if he doesn't answer. You know what I mean? So just make sure that you're in close proximity because typically when you're renting from someone like my landlord, he lives nearby my apartment. If I absolutely had an emergency, he could be here within like 10 minutes to come and help. You know what I mean? If it was an emergency. But luckily for me, like if it was an emergency, something I didn't need my landlord for, luckily I have family that I could call that they would be able to come and help too. So I don't really have too much of a problem, nor have I had. Oh, where's some wood? Because I'm not trying to fucking drink myself. I haven't had a problem. I haven't had to call anybody to make an emergency. But if I did, my landlord and family are nearby, so it's not that big of a problem. Oh my god, my least favorite. This isn't even questions that you have to ask. This is just what you have to do once you get in. Grocery shopping. Okay, if you don't live on your own, be grateful that you don't have to go grocery shopping. Because when I tell you that it is so hard to go grocery shopping and to cook for one and to figure out what I want, to figure out what am I going to eat and like if I make something am I actually going to eat it and how much of things should I actually keep? It is super hard. The best advice that I would say personally is what's that one vine that goes a white refrigerator? Child the ghetto. Okay, call me ghetto because I got a white refrigerator. And what's the problem? Does it make some noises sometimes? Yeah, and what's the problem? You know what? At least it's a refrigerator. Some people ain't got no refrigerator. I got a refrigerator. Y'all got a refrigerator? And I got a freezer. Y'all got a freezer? I got a freezer. Are they full? Absolutely not, because I don't know how to fill them up. It is so hard to go grocery shopping. I literally write on my fridge, typically like two dinners that I want to have, maybe a lunch, maybe some breakfast items, and then like milk and bread, necessities. Typically, I can go shopping. I'm an Aldi person. Me personally, I love going to Aldi's. I can go to Target. I'll go to Trader Joe's. I'll go to literally anywhere but Walmart. Here, at least, because the Walmarts that are here are ghetto. Capital Ghetto. O. Ghetto. To me, at least. I just think that they're ghetto as hell. So I don't be going to Walmart. If I can't find something at Aldi's, don't worry, I will hop my ass over to Target. Like me specifically, I'm very specific about my ranch. I grew up on Hidden Valley, will never change ranch. Will never, I will not get cheap off brand ranch ever. You'll never see that in my house. I will always have Valentina hot sauce. You don't know what that is? Look it up. Target does not have it. And so you know where I have to go to get it? A Mexican store because there's an international store like 5 minutes from my house. I'm so glad that I figured this out when I moved here because Target does not have it. And since Target doesn't have it, the next place I was going to have to go, oh, you guessed it, was Walmart. Yeah. And if you know me, I don't like going to Walmart around here because it's ghetto. Okay. What else can I tell you about my apartment that you're gonna need to know if you move out on your own? Oh my god, furniture. Let me tell you. And y'all are probably thinking, seriously? Like that's where yeah. hmm Facebook Marketplace. This couch I'm sitting on, $50. All because some lady was moving. And I literally got it the day that she was moving. Like, I messaged her about it, and she's like, "Yeah, can you come get it now? Like, I'm moving out." And I'm like, "Okay, girl." So, me and my friend April, y'all know April, she was in the previous episode. Me and my friend April, I had no idea if this couch was going to fit in my car. Absolutely no idea. And you know what? I still went there and she fit. She fit in my car, so I was so blessed. But this couch was $50. Um and all of the other furniture I'm pretty sure that I had except for my bed. I ordered my bed off my bed frame is like a metal bed frame. It's like a platform bed. So I got my metal bed frame from Amazon and then I got my mattress from Target. Um, that's another thing I would say is apartment shopping wise. I feel like this is not even going to question you should ask, kind of just apartment like things to know or whatever. But I feel like that's also useful. You know what I mean? Don't cheap out on a bed. Like obviously when you first move in, it's not important to have furniture. Don't let anybody fool you. If you only have enough money for first month's rent and a deposit, props to you because you've made an achievement, you know. Still accomplish yourself for that. Still be proud of yourself for that. There's no rush to get anything, you know what I mean? Especially for me, because when I moved into my apartment, I moved to Indiana. I still don't know very many people, and there was just no reason for me to have my whole apartment furnished right then and there. So it's perfectly fine if you don't have furniture to fill it up right away. It took me time eventually. Like, I didn't get my couch probably till about 2.5 months in. I didn't get a bed probably till about a month in. Like, thankfully, had a air mattress that I slept on. Swear to God, slept on an air mattress for a month. A lot of the stuff I didn't have, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's fine. Like, there's nothing to be wrong with that. I was working to save up all of this stuff. Luckily, like, living room decorations wise, my best friend Briley, we need to plan an episode. Briley, if you're listening, bitch, you need to text me because we need to plan an episode. These people would cackle. Oh my god, they would cackle. But anyways, my best friend Briley, when I first moved in, Briley is a big interior design person. Right now, actually, her and her fiance are building a tiny home out of a shed, or not a shed. It's like a big shed. I don't really know. It's not called a shed. I don't remember what it's called. It's to me it looks like a big shed that is blank inside and like they're filling in like they have to put up walls, electrical, and stuff like all that. They're in the process of doing all of that and I think it's so cute to see like them do it and how she's going to decorate because she loves decorating. And so she came here, she spent like the weekend. She had brought stuff and I told her like a little bit of a budget that I had and she did not disappoint. Like I she made me leave for probably like 30 to 45 minutes to go do something and then come back and it was decorated. So it was super cute. And I loved it. I still love it to this day. I think the only thing that I would change is this damn beanbag that she got me. I don't know how I still feel about it, but also it's still super cute and I don't know what else to replace it with. She has told me to throw it away, so I can say that like I can say that about it because she has told me to throw it away, but I won't. You know what I mean? Like she got it for me, and I think it's super cute. What else? Oh, your fans. So I didn't know this. So there's a switch on your fans. If you turn them one way, it goes clockwise, and if you turn them the other way, it goes counterclockwise. Don't ask me which way goes which yet, because I don't remember right now. One of them blows the air down, so you want that one on in like the summer, so that way you're getting colder. And then in the winter, you're supposed to turn it to where it sucks the air up so that the heat stays longer. And I hope I said that correctly. And if I didn't, let me know, because I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Who told me that? How did I figure this out? It was definitely I asked somebody because I definitely did not just know that. Yeah, I had to ask, but I don't remember who I asked. I don't know. Okay. Cleaning products. Oh my god. Don't be going to Walmart, Target, anywhere to get like all this expensive cleaning stuff. Go to Family Dollar. Go to Dollar Tree. Go to Dollar General. No. You need to go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Yeah, I said it. Dollar Tree. And you're thinking, that's ghetto. Okay, they got cleaning products to the galore for cheap. $1.25. Hell yeah, I went and got all my cleaning stuff from there. Got all my cleaning stuff. I got paper towels. I got my sponges and shit there. It's all cheap. Oh my god, it's all cheap. Now, I do kind of splurge a little bit on, I won't get all of my sponges. Like, when I first moved in, I got all my cleaning stuff from Dollar Tree because it's cheap, easy, and convenient. And there's nothing wrong with that. But now, I will get my sponges from Aldi's or Target now, just because there's ones that I could get there that are like more like bulkier, like 7 to 10 of them in, right? How much is in that one pack I just got? I don't know. It's under my sink, and I don't really feel like going to get it. I want to say there was like 12 of them in there, right? I don't know, but just get your cleaning stuff from Dollar Tree. You don't need all the extra shit. Like, really, all you literally need is some bleach. My family uses Awesome. If you don't know what Awesome is, it's in a spray bottle and it is yellow. It looks like piss. Um, that shit will clean anything. Okay, it is very strong though. It is very strong. So make sure you have like a window open or ventilation going because that shit is strong. I would say get like Windex. I use Awesome. Toilet bowl cleaner. I would get a duster for sure. Dish soap. Me personally, I don't like to use like a cheap dish soap. I'll go out and I'll get Dawn just because that's what I know works. Okay. Oh, I guess another thing that you could ask if you don't physically see it or something. No, don't ask. Like if you don't see it, then just know that you don't. But like a dishwasher, unfortunately, I don't have a dishwasher, but that's fine because I don't have a problem hand washing my dishes. Me personally, I kind of like to wash dishes. I just wish that my sink was a little bigger. I have just like an average size sink. Yeah, it's kind of small. I wish it was a little bigger. I'm currently tossing my blanket around and Aston thinks that it's a toy. It's just kind of funny. What else can I tell you about if you're gonna move out? Oh, like there's a cup right on the table. Hold on. Get your cups, plates, bowls. You can get them from Target. You can get them from Walmart. You can get them from Aldi. Shit, you can get them from Dollar Tree. If you're living by yourself, you really don't need that much. I probably have like 5 plates, 4 bowls. I have a lot of cups. I have coffee cups. I have wine glasses. You can get them, just get them from those places and you can get them for cheap. You know what I mean? Some of my utensils, like kitchen utensils, are from Dollar Tree. A lot of them are for my family. They donated a lot of them. And that's like another thing. Ask your family. Like my family, we have a big ass group chat. And so, like when I was moving or whatever, like I would ask in there all, and I still ask to this day. Sometimes there'll be things that I like. 2 weeks ago, like I bought this knife set from TJ. Oh, that's another thing. TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Home Goods or any home department store. Typically, they have really good discounted stuff there too. I did go to some of those places and get some of my decor from there, but they also have really good discounted home furniture and appliances and stuff like that. But I had gotten this knife set from TJ Maxx, and it looked sharp, so I went and got it. But they really weren't that sharp, so I just texted in this family group chat. I was like, "Hey, does anybody have knives that are sharp that they're not using?" And lo and behold, my Aunt Terry came through with two very nice knives. And now I use those knives religiously instead of the knives that I got. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much like a general basis of hopefully everything that you're going to need to know if you're moving out on your own. Don't overcomplicate it. While it is a very, 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 very fun milestone, just remember that we all start somewhere. There's no need to have everything right at this moment. You have a whole X amount of time, your whole lease amount to be able to fill and make the space your own. Don't feel like you have to have it all right away. Just be grateful for the space that you're in and let the rest happen from there. You know what I mean? So, with that being all said, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Please be sure to respond to the question that I have asked in the Spotify questions list. If you're listening on YouTube, you should head over to Spotify and answer the question. Please like and subscribe, share this so that everyone can listen to Be Real Del Real. I'm really excited to grow my audience. I'm getting ready to start broadcasting my podcast social medias everywhere. That's something I've been working on behind the scenes a little bit. So that is coming soon. As of right now, like I said, I'm only on Spotify and YouTube to listen to the podcasts. I am also behind the scenes working on getting it spread out everywhere else. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to stay tuned every Thursday. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Oh, Lord have mercy. This coffee's hidden. Such great lighting in my house.